So, they've just announced a new Avatar series. Now, there was a leak that came out a couple of months ago that this Avatar would be a young girl, she'd have a twin, and the world would be destroyed. And it appears that this leak was pretty much spot on. And by the way they make the sound, the voice actor for Zuko, pretty much, when they talk about how the world's been destroyed and the humans and spirits are on the hunt for the Avatar, he then kind of blamed it on the previous Avatar. Now, I don't like that. I really don't. Avatar Korra was my favourite Avatar. For some reason, I always pick the underdogs. And look, there's a couple of reasons I don't like that. It's because there's more fucking reasons now to hate Korra, which is going to just light that fire again, which absolutely sucks as a Korra fan. Avatar Korra was like, first of all, I really around 2019, I'm at work and I'm on Netflix and I come across Avatar, The Last Airbender. Now, I never really watched it seriously when I was a teenager when it came out, but I did enjoy it. And I remember these two episodes. I didn't know they were actually back to back, but the episode where the princess sacrifices herself for the water nation, and the one with the face demon that can steal your face. Funny enough, they were back to back, but I'll never forget that face. That's the sort of shit you don't forget. And I remember watching that and I'm like, holy fuck, man, that was cool. That was cool. And then I remember seeing like a recommendation after I shut down Airbender for like Legends of Korra. And I had no idea, bro, that Legends of Korra even existed. And I fucking loved it, dude. And then after I was done, I was so angry because Korra didn't get her sort of happy ever after. The romance that you want for your character. Because back then it was, well, I'm not even sure it was legal for gay people to be married. So her romance is with Asami, one of the team members of Team Avatar, who's a young woman. And they fall in love after 4 years of, they were best friends before the shit happened. And then 4 years later, Korra went through, she got badly beaten. And she, the only person she talked to was Asami. And they fell in love with each other. And then, again, a comic book comes out like 7 years later or so that gives the romance, but a comic book is more of a memory than it is a show, and I don't like that, and I really hope they put those comic books into a movie and kind of retcon some of the stuff. But, yeah, man, I didn't like that, and that really made me angry. I wanted to see Korra, after those 4 years, find her happy, and like, when you're done watching a character story, you want to feel they're good so you can move on, you want to feel that they're happy, and I didn't get that with Korra. Now, the new series that they've announced is claiming that the world has been destroyed and, the Avatar finds that they're an earthbending Avatar. And they're going to be hunted by both spirits and humans. And apparently it's Korra's fault. So now she's probably done something that's fucking destroyed the world. Which, I don't like that, man. I really don't. I mean, firstly, my ideas as a storyteller, right? Now, Avatar, it brought me my series on YouTube that I do for Skyrim. The whole Team Avatar, Team Dragonborn. This is kind of, after watching Avatar, it really gave me that sort of, that feeling to create my own story with my own team. Sure, my team can't teach the Dragonborn how to use shouts like Team Avatar can teach the Avatar bending styles, but they can teach the Dragonborn, lessons learned and from paths walked and stuff like that. Great things like that. The Dragonborn learns from the others' mistakes and the others' journeys and stuff like that. And that's how I created my stories on YouTube, was because of watching Avatar. Funny enough, my Dragonborn's name is Ragni, which shares I think I used a random name generator, but it shares a name with the character in Avatar, which is the girlfriend of Avatar Kyoshi, the earthbender long before Korra. But, I don't know, man. I don't like the idea that Korra's destroyed the world. Now, again, my concept for this as a storyteller would be that Sozin's comet came back, but instead of flying across the planet, it flew into the planet. And she's probably around 50 or so years old, and she's done what she did to save Kavir at the very end of Avatar Korra series. She's used her Avatar abilities to shield a section of the world from being destroyed. And using all that power to save the people that she could in this part of the world has exhausted everything from her and has killed her from the energy expense of using her abilities. So I still think that she didn't destroy the world. I think that she used her power to save what she could of the world, and in the process died from Satan's comet's, from the energy expense holding back Satan's comet. Now, again, it's just more reasons to hate Korra with the way they fucking make it sound, and I don't like that at all. Because I've always picked underdog characters, always the strong, female, angry, hot-headed characters like Korra and Violet from Arcane. Both of them like girls too. I don't know if it's a gaming thing, This is sort of the characters that I'd play as a game. I'm pretty sure this is what it is. But my Dragon Ball is something like that. She kind of is. She likes girls. But, it's... I don't know, man. I've got a curse, dude. I really do. I always pick the underdog characters that are hot-headed, impulsive female characters that like girls, that are strong, that are built like shipwreck houses. And that annoys me. But what annoys me more is that Korra's going to look like the fucking bad guy again. Right? And so if they do choose the storyline where she did save the world, I really hope they explain that eventually, because it sounds like the Avatar is going to be hunted by both humans and spirits for the destruction of the world. So I hope that she died saving it and didn't die causing it, because that's just going to make the hatred for Korra so much worse, man. The Aang fandom already hated her because she replaced Aang and she destroyed the Avatar cycle, apparently, even though it was taken from her. I didn't like that, right? I really didn't like that. Now, I think the main hatred, of course, for Korra was because Korra replaced Aang, and that's a natural, fair thing. I mean, when someone replaces your favourite character, you're not going to like him. Right, and I think the exact same thing's going to happen here with the new Avatar. The Korra fans are not going to like this Avatar, because no doubt this is going to all this shit's going to be blamed on Korra, and they're going to hate this new Avatar. And it's probably going to be the exact same thing for the next Avatar after that. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. But, man, honestly, I don't know why they didn't go back in the past, because I've always had this cool Korra story concept. I'm a storyteller, I guess. And my best pick would have been... I've always loved the idea that the Avatar wasn't always the good guy. And I don't mean that as in they were bad. It's inherently they had to be good because of the spirit that lives inside of them. Avatar, or the spirit of the light, which is Rava. Now, if you watch my Skyrim series, you've actually spotted that I put Korra and Asami in that. And Korra, funny enough, is actually voiced in Skyrim by the Rava voice actress. They're the one and the same. Rava's voice actress is the female sultry voice in Skyrim. So, funny enough, I gave Korra in Skyrim that voice. Now, I've always had a concept idea that thousands of years ago, before they were known as the bringer of peace, that they were known as the bringer of wars, or the sort of thing, Because imagine the kingdoms all before they united, even before the Earth Kingdom united, or the Fire Nations united, they were just multiple different pocket kingdoms across the world. And they were always warring. And this one being comes into the play that can control all four elements. I mean, you can only control one, but this one person can control all four. And they decimate your armies. Because they're trying to stop them, but they look like they're just trying to kill all your people. They look like this warlord, this demon that can control all four elements, and it happens for centuries, and then you keep killing them, but they keep coming back, and they, this one being can control four elements, and it's bad, dude, like they've seen as this warrior king, this being that can decimate armies. They're trying to bring peace because this is what they do, but the world sees them as this bad person, and for thousands of years, being the Avatar was more of a curse because you were inherently trying to stop wars, but you keep either dying or keep getting stuck in these major conflicts where people hate you because they think you're this doom bringer. And obviously, being very powerful on your bending class, someone comes along and they can control all four elements. I mean, that's the ultimate power. You could rule the world. That people might, these leaders might think the Avatar wants to be king or emperor, and so they hunt them down ruthlessly, killing them over and over. That would have been a cool concept to go far back into the past, maybe 1,000 years after Avatar Yen. I think that's the first one. Yang? I don't remember. No, not Yang. The first Avatar. And then, go from a point of view where the Avatar isn't a bringer of peace, but seen as as a warlord or something like that. That they always keep jumping into wars and killing thousands of people, and people think they're trying to rule the world because they control all the four elements and stuff like that. That would have been a cool concept for me. I should have just stayed with Korra and stayed there for a long time, gone back into the past, did Avatar Kyoshi movies, go and explain more Avatars, like the ones long before Aang. That'd have been sick. For a futurist, like, honestly, man, this is my take on what I would have gone for a futuristic series. I would have went for more of a cyberpunk series, actually, where they found a way to harness the energy from the spirit portals left by Korra, and they started using the energy to fuel their cities and make them more super cybernetic. And then these, people started taking like cybernetic implants and started shooting fire out of their hands or using magnetized to sort of move rock and metal to kind of mimic bending, and it was seen as an abomination to benders. This series could have been placed at least 300, 400 years after Korra, so you've got a new Avatar cycle. So you've got more backstory to follow. A new just new backstory to kind of create in between Korra and the new Avatar. So new characters to discover and stuff like that. That would have been friggin' cool, dude. That would have been awesome. And you're in a cybernetic world sort of where people have, there's less benders being born because spirituality has started to be lost because they're stealing energy from the Avatar world to fuel their cybernetic cities. And even the benders that are still around find these things absolute abominations, and they've created their own sort of cities that aren't cybernetic. But you've got places where, like I said, people have got robotic arms and that can shoot fire and lightning out of them, or magnetize metal and sort of mimic bending, and it's been seen as an abomination. And so these spirit portals, especially from the Water Tribe and Republic City, have been sort of used for all the wrong reasons. And the Avatar's journey is to bring balance now to the spirit world and the other world, because now spirits are coming out of it and killing people. And then the Avatar goes into these Avatar portals. You see them in Korra, it's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. But in the new series, I would have really thought it would have been a wasteland full of dark spirits and just a dead lands of this, because it's stealing energy and killing the spirit world. So it's Avatar's journey to bring, I don't know, but that's kind of what I would have went for a future series. 100 years or so after Korra, so you've got new characters to explore in the lore, and stuff like that. Not go straight after Korra with another Avatar and follow the cycle and destroy the world. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it kind of puts you back. You've gone into the future, but you've also gone back into the past. So what I really hope for is that Korra didn't destroy the fucking world. I really hope that she saved it. That's what I hope. I hope it says it says in comments flown past the Avatar world for thousands of years, and maybe this time it decided to fly into the world. And she used all her power to absorb the energy blast and save who she could with a massive shield of Avatar power, and pretty much died in her 50s because there was just too much sort of power and expense to survive that sort of thing. But again, the new Avatar has been announced. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm really not. And I really don't want to follow a fucking 12-year-old, 11-year-old girl. I don't generally care. I'm a grown-ass man, okay? I want to see an Avatar that's an adult kind of thing. And if it's a twin thing, are they going to go straight up now that the dark Avatar has been destroyed and reset and now sits inside Ratha's spirit? Is it going to be like a light Avatar, dark Avatar straight away? Or, is that what they're going for? Where the Avatar we have is the good one, and then they find the twin, and it's got the other Avatar, the dark one, Vatu, inside of him and some shit like that. I don't know, dude. I don't know. But I'm not too keen for it. I'm really not. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a Korra fan, but it could also be because it's just they're making Korra like the bad dude, and I don't like that. But we'll have to see, because it is pretty cool that there's a new Avatar show. That is fucking cool on its own right. That is cool. After 10 or 11 years after Korra, we finally have a new show, and that in its own right is definitely exciting. That they're coming back. That Avatar Studios, after an announcement in 2020 or 2021, have finally got something to show for it, and that's sick. There is a movie coming out next year, I think, that will be basically young Avatar Aang's group as adults. So they're going to be 19, 20 and stuff like that. And that's going to be cool. And I hope they do that with other Avatars, and especially Korra, and kind of add that. I really hope they do more Korra movies, based on the comics and stuff like that, and especially with Kyoshi and all that sort of good stuff. Anyway, I've rambled on enough about random shit with Avatar, and this is probably, I'll do more videos of this for sure, but I'm definitely interested in Avatar because it did help me create my stories. It gave me the sort of inspiration to start my Team Dragonborn in my Skyrim series all those years ago. Anyway, cheers for watching. I'll catch you guys in another video.